Hello, this is Tim Law with Playing It Forward Coaching, always encouraging self-reliance. If you'll develop a marketable skill, chase that skill with a good work ethic, always go the extra mile, develop people and communication skills, you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. Speaking of a guy with amazing people skills is my man, Fred Mulbah, the finest high school athlete I've ever had the privilege of seeing. I'm teaching and coaching in 3 states. I think I can say that pretty comfortably. So Fred, welcome. And tell us about, where you're at. I got some other questions for you.
Thank you for having me, first of all. And I'm in Coimbra, Portugal right now. It's not, I don't think it's too far south, but it's not too far north either. It's about right in the middle. So
Sure. And you just got done with practice. And for our readers, or our listeners, just so they know, you're actually 5 hours ahead of us. So we're at 6:22 here, and you're actually at 11:22, correct?
indeed.
Yeah. So you still got a little energy left to do this few-minute interview here?
Yeah, I could play all day, so this ain't nothing. So
I know, Fred. I know you always have that high energy. Okay, so tell us a little bit about the different divisions, what it's like to play the European basketball. Your experiences with that, because again, this is kind of a fresh direction for a lot of the people that'll be listening here.
well, first there's 3 divisions here. The first, second, and third division. Um, I think obviously the first division is the best division, but the second division is actually pretty challenging. There's some good teams, that run good schemes, and the teams over here play really well together. So it's definitely a different style of basketball compared to America. More one-on-one ball, but I think the American players are definitely more skilled, and definitely it's just definitely a little bit different. But what was the
Sure.
second part of
Well, basically just the divisions and what it's like as far as the European ball, and how is it as far as the physicality?
It's definitely still physical. There's still guys that have size over here, and so I would say the physicality is still pretty high. I thought it wasn't going to compare to America, but it definitely is. It's pretty much at the same level as the collegiate level, honestly. So
Sure. And you're playing basically, I'm assuming, as a point guard.
yeah, I definitely play as the point guard, but my team has more than one point guard. It has more than one guard. So there's a guy on the team. His name is Brito. He was the point guard last year, but me and him share the floor together. So if he's able to get the ball and start the offense, he starts it. So I kind of play like a 1 and a 2 kind of. It's like a hybrid. So
Yeah. Well, and it makes it tougher, obviously, to defend you guys, because I know your passes and everything are crazy good. So if they got a couple of you guys coming at them, it's got to be pretty tough.
oh yeah, no, for sure. It definitely helps having another floor general on the floor. It makes my job easier, and then obviously attacking off the ball is definitely a little bit easier as teams can't key on me from the top of the key. You know what I mean? So it's definitely been a blessing. So
Yeah. Now, some of your teammates, Fred, what countries are they from?
um, they're mostly all from Portugal. I think it varies what parts of Portugal they're from. Some of them are from Porto, and then some of them are from here in Coimbra. But we do have one guy on our team from Angola, but
Okay.
there's a situation going on that he's not playing, but he's definitely on the team. So mostly all the guys are from Portugal, honestly. So
Okay. And let me ask you this question. I'm sure some of the people listening wonder why did you choose Portugal? I mean, obviously you could go all over Europe, but just curious.
well, one, I was connected with I think I told you this before, but I'll just go over it again. I was connected with
Sure.
the McGlynn's, and I was working out with them all summer. So they put me in contact with an international agent who's stationed in Portugal. Like, he lives in Lisbon, I'm pretty sure, and he got me an opportunity in Portugal. And there was definitely it was a time where I didn't really have too many choices. So I kind of have to just stick this one out and try to build my resume up from here. So
Sure. And what's it like, being away from your family and a lot of your friends over here in the States?
It's definitely tough. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't tough. But I think the toughest part is that we're just so far ahead of you guys in terms of time. So like when you guys are say you guys are getting off work, you guys are getting off work. I'm getting out of practice, and it's already like midnight almost. So it's like I kind of have to get ready for my next day while you guys are like still in the middle of your day. So I don't really I get to talk to my friends a little bit, but not too much. But in terms of my family, yeah, I definitely miss them. I try to call them as often as possible, but just just try to keep my head down and just keep it going. I know it's for the better, so
Sure,
just keep
sure.
going through it.
Well, tell us about what is a typical day for you? Let's say it's a practice day. What's your typical day as far as when you get up and that type of thing? And I'm going to ask you a typical day as far as your game day.
All right, for a practice day, a typical day would be waking up. I would obviously do everything I need to do to get ready, brush my teeth, all that. There's a we live in apartments right near the stadium, so everything's walking distance. So we walk down. Me and the other American, Tyler, we usually go get some food at the buffet. And then after that, probably just relax and just hang out for a little bit. And then practice is always at 8:30. So we go to practice at 8:30, and then there's another food spot around the corner from our house called Monaco. Probably after that,
Mhm.
after practice, you go get some food, and then try to get ready for the next day.
Yeah. Now, how come the practices are so late, Fred?
There. Well, here in Queensbury, I don't think this team owns their gym, so like other teams practice in our gym, and it's a part of a university. Like academica means school, so I mean the team is a part of university. So there's like kids in there throughout the day, and like
Okay.
they have a full schedule. It's just pretty
Mhm.
busy.
Sure, sure. Okay. Now, how about a typical day when you have a game? And what days are your games on?
We play every Saturday.
Okay. So a
So
typical game day.
typical game day is not really much changes. On Saturdays we get a different choice of food. We get to eat at one of the nicest restaurants in Coimbra, sorry, not Portugal, which is
Mhm.
also right around the corner from my apartment. So probably just go get some food then, you know, come back to the apartment and then probably just wait until it's time for the bus. It's not too much difference between game day and practice days, just because the gym time's really limited. So it's not like we get to go get shots up on game days or anything. So you kind of just wait for the games and then you just gotta go perform.
Sure, sure. And how many games are on in your schedule that you'll be playing this year?
Is the schedule is real confusing. So I was trying to figure it out also, but we play in phases. So it's like we'll play um we'll play teams from the north in the first phase. Like we'll play them twice, and then I think we take a little break, and then there's a second phase of the season where we play teams from the south. And
Mhm.
it's all based on like teams that are in the top four and the bottom, and like teams that are in the bottom are fighting to stay in the second division or move down to the
Mhm.
third division, and teams in the top I think are fighting to go to the first division or stay in the second
Mhm.
division. So I don't know how many games we play. I barely know how to pronounce the team names. So I just put my jersey on and try to perform every time. So
There you go. There you go, for sure. Yeah. Well, Fred, this has been wonderful. Any last second thoughts that you'd like to share with, I always get a lot of people that anytime I interview you or whatever, I get, a couple hundred people that check it out. Cause as I said, you were, literally a legend at Northeastern, you and Antonio Rizzuto and that crew, the Coleman boys, and just a great group of guys. And so any last second things that you have?
oh man, I just obviously want to say thank you to you for continuing give the world an update, I would say, on my career and what I've been doing. I really appreciate it because not too many people like you in the corner. So I just want to say give my thanks to you, give you your flowers. Appreciate you, coach.
Well, I appreciate we Northeastern appreciate you, Fred, because the kids like yourselves and Antonio and Coleman's, you guys gave so much to the school with and Coach Eister, along with the other guys that helped out, you definitely, put Northeastern on the map. That's for sure.
Hey man, we tried our best. We just wanted to win as much as we could, just change the culture a little bit. So I
Sure,
think
sure.
we did it. I think we did a good enough job.
Oh, I think you did a great job. Let me ask you one more question. Do you have any favorite moment at Northeastern as far as your basketball career there was concerned?
It would have to be the county championship and the district championship, just because
Mhm,
I just know how hard we worked for it, and we obviously
mhm,
we as in like that team, we all started from the bottom really, because it's tough playing for Coach Iser. He demands a lot. So when we got our chance to
mhm,
be on the floor and actually perform, we did it, and
mhm.
I think that was the beauty in it. We grinded and we achieved our goals. Obviously, we wanted the state championship, but
Yeah,
district and county is good enough. I mean, it's
yeah.
not good enough, but you know what I mean. It
Oh,
is
yeah.
satisfying.
Well, that whole state thing, that's another story altogether as far as the poor scheduling that you guys had to take, but again, that's something neither here nor there. Well, Fred, this has been wonderful. Can you hang for just a minute or so when we get done?
Of course, of course.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate you again for having me. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir.